We're good, Rosie? Thank you very much. We are now back in open session. Is there any old business to come before this?
Did you mention that we can pass yours?
Oh, thank you very much.
Give you every opportunity.
Yep, thank you, Millen. Let the record show that we did not pass any resolutions in executive session. Hearing no old business, I want to make sure that you thank you for the staff, the members, and the county representatives for all your hard work and effort. Our next meeting is August 24th at 10 a.m. This also will be an in-person meeting at this building in Jamestown. So as always, the forum is very important. I would like to entertain a motion to adjourn. Thank you, Mark. Seconded by Jay. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Motion carried unanimously. Don't go anywhere. I would like to call to order the Chautauqua Region Economic Development Corporation meeting Board of Directors. We're at the BWV building at 201 West 30th Street, Jamestown, New York. It's July 27th, 2021, and it's 11:25 a.m. We do have quorum. Roll call, please. Hans Howard.
Here.
Jay Churchill.
Here.
Brad Walters.
Here.
Michael Metzger is here. Mark Odell.
Here.
Let the record show we have 5 members present. Meeting called to order. I'll entertain a motion for the approval of the March 23rd, 2021 minutes, which you have previously received.
So, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Mark, seconded by Hans. Any discussion, corrections, changes? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye. Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion carried unanimously. We've got exciting news for new business. The Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation Grant Agreement. Who would like to bring this forward?
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to kick it over to Mark to set the stage, then I'll add some detail and answer some questions. So, Mark, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Nate.
Yeah, just real quick, I wanted to acknowledge the hard work of Nate and Monica and Christy and everyone else that's been involved in the creation of the Partnership for Economic Growth. I mentioned earlier, you know, it was over a 2-year-long process of creating the organization, doing an economic development strategy. You know, the Northern Chautauqua Community Foundation bought in, the Gebby Foundation bought in, and, you know, it culminated in, you know, Nate and staff really submitting a grant to the Ralph Wilson Foundation. And by the way, Nate had a very good relationship with them for years and brought them along, and they were involved in the whole process. In fact, they provided money for the economic development strategy as well. So, you know, when we got to this point where we had done all the work, had created everything and had these projects lined up, we submitted a grant application to Ralph Wilson and we were awarded over $1 million over 3 years, which is huge. And I won't steal any more of Dave's thunder, but, you know, it's basically going to pay for, you know, it's going to be for leveraging funding, pay some staff costs, consultants, etc. So this is exciting news. So sorry, Nate, if I stole your thunder, but go ahead from here.
I'll open, Mark. Just to reiterate, so back in 2019, we received a $100,000 grant, which helped fund the completion of the second phase of the 2-phase economic development strategy process. You know, got Wilson at the table, matching IDA and county funds to move forward with that process. And we kept them engaged throughout the development of that plan, as well as over 120 other partners, stakeholders, municipalities. And really the framework that was sort of designed by then County Executive Borello and Mark and others, and then championed by County Executive Wendell and our public-private board of directors, 5 work group committees, really came up with a pretty stellar 5-year economic development strategy, 5 overarching initiatives, and more than 90 other key recommendations. So right now, this award comes in $350,000 a year for 3 years, $100,000 or so for capacity, overhead, administration, both sustaining and building our team of staff, consultant support. And then by far and away, the majority of the funding, $250,000 a year, is sort of earmarked for project leveraging, designated to fill holes in local matching dollars requirements for our projects that are seeking funds from federal, state, other philanthropic resources. So that's going to be a huge tool. That's really the implementation mechanism to achieve what the strategy states. And really to date, we've really outperformed the fundraising goals as kind of outlined in phase 1 of the strategy, which was the organizational plan, describes the partnership organizational structure and this public-private needs to achieve the stated results in phase 2. So we really thank the Wilson Foundation, of course, the connection to the Buffalo Bills, the training camp at Fredonia. Their support's been great. They're really pleased to see the plan come together. And we would, of course, like to thank Gabby Foundation, NCCF, our board, our partners, county executive team, and others for, of course, our staff, Monica, Christie, and then, the in-kind support from other IDA CREDC staff to move forward with this initiative. So we're ready to take it to the next level, and this funding will help us get there.
Congratulations. Excellent. Any questions of me?
This one comment, Mr. Chairman, if I might, that when this is a lesson in tenacity, Nate, I remember that was another grant a couple of years ago. That was just, dipping the toes in the waters for them. It was to see what you do, the partnership right now, was going to legs or what. But, and I remember years, maybe it was a year or 2 prior, we didn't win. I think it was a big goose egg, but that's tenacity, building relationships, demonstrating it's there, and they got the confidence in you. So thank you very much. Nicely done. Thank you, Mark.
And thank you to Mr. Odell, who's also a board member on the partnership. And we very much appreciated his support and encouragement and involvement to get this up on the ground.
Dylan? You want to, is there anything interesting relative to this resolution that the board members have to
I don't think so. A copy of the grant agreement is in your package. Fairly straightforward, as Nate said, 3 payments of $350,000 is supporting requirements. But it's all good.
Excellent.
No environmental concerns this time.
Darn.
Oh, well, thank you. Any other questions? Mark, Nate, or Dylan? Hearing none, I'll ask for a roll call. I need a motion for the new business resolution B.
Why is everyone looking at Mark?
Did I bring this one forward, Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Certainly, thank you. Resolution 07-27-21-07 of the members of the Chautauqua Region Economic Development Corporation approving entry into an agreement with the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation for grant funding for the Chautauqua County Partnership for Economic Growth.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion made by Mark, seconded by Hans. Roll call vote, please. Hans Sauer,
Aye.
Jay Churchill,
Aye.
Brad Walters.
Aye.
Mike Metzger votes aye. Mark Odell.
Aye.
Let the record show, 5 votes in the affirmative. Motion carried unanimous. Is there any old business to come before Craig? Hearing none, I'll accept the motion from Mark to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Mr.
Motion
Chairman.
to adjourn. Actually, we don't need one. Again, meeting is adjourned. Thanks everyone for working on that. Much appreciated, and it's great to see everyone in person. So.